Happy New Year. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wame Entertainment and Public Awareness, WIPA. My name is Gonli Wame Gay. I am your host. Here, we call it the House of Storytelling. And of course, you know, a story is a transformation of what goes on in real life. Tonight, I welcome you all, and I'm going to open this with a story from 2018. My experience with two West African female musicians at the beginning of 2018. The beginning of 2018, a beautiful West African girl has just produced music video. When the video dropped, it was four of us. We met in the office of WIPA to watch it for the first time. Among us was another lady. And just a minute into the video, this lady was like, "Ew, I don't like it." At first, nobody really bothered to ask her because we didn't see anything wrong with the video. After everything, we all decided to walk away. Out of curiosity, I walked right behind this lady and asked, "Madam, why you say you don't like the video?" And she turned to me and said, as I quote, "Can't you see the girl is dancing in the video with her big, big boobs?" She was talking about a girl titty. She said the girl had a big, big titty, and as this girl was dancing, that part of her body was also bouncing. But that was the part that got almost everyone in the room eye open wide like 440 light bulbs. And she don't like it. Oh my God. And then she turned to me again and said, "Hey, even myself, I'm a musician." So she said she is a musician as well. This story took another turn the following week when I saw the very girl who was in the video, the producer, on the phone, speaking negative about another musician who wasn't the lady who has previously discredited her music, but another young girl who was doing the same thing that she's doing. At that point, I took one step back and started thinking about it and trying to put one or two together to make sense out of it. You see, that brings me to this question. Why those who find themselves in the same industry are the worst opposition against one another? Talk show host against talk show host. An internet blogger would like to go against another internet blogger. In the music industry, the same thing goes on. In every other industry, have we stopped to ask the reason why? Me neither. Why? This is what I think. It is just a chronic disease in most of us when we take interest in discrediting anything that does not belong to us. You know, a lot of people like to feel much more elevated when they fight to de-elevate whosoever in their circle. They will go all out to mount a creative criticism against you only to make you appear less important. And any man or any woman who feels that the next human being isn't worth anything, that man or woman does not really know the components he was made of. Because look at it this way. The rich man and the poor man, the homeowner and the homeless man, the well-educated and the least educated, or illiterate individual. I mean, the list may go on and on. But what I'm trying to say is, every living human being on earth, regardless of how far your capabilities stopped, or how great is your achievement, we are not just infinitely precious before God Almighty, but as parts of our human condition, we are equally threatening towards the same final destination. 6 feet. Yes, you got me right. 6 feet. So it is just ignorant of some people when they assess themselves to be above just a natural human being. So what a fuss. And with these undeniable facts, we are still surrounded by twisted-minded people who are in constant laboring on a mistaken notion to think that whatever you do or whatever choice you make in your life, you are just wasting your time. But what they do not know also is that from the day you was born, you were born on your time and you will return on your time. When your clock begins to tick tock, it will never faster and never slower than the people you love and the people you hate, because that is your time. So whatever you do with your time, it's not just your right. It is also your choice. Therefore, you cannot give room to anyone to just march into your life and dictate to the choice that you make. Or maybe try to put you in a character of his or her own choice. Therefore, my advice to all of you here tonight is this. Believe in yourself, be honest to yourself, and the most important, respect yourself and respect your fellow man. As for criticism, do not allow yourself to become the victim of criticism, because criticism has been and will always be the norms and tradition of man since the day of creation. One thing you cannot do is not to accept criticism. Accept criticism even when it is intended to dissuade your goals, but you shouldn't allow it to break you down. The spotless person that ever lived on earth was criticized. Why not you? Therefore, you must go and attach a long list of fake profiles to your personality. It will never speak for you, it will never represent you, and it will never excuse you from criticism. At this time, I want to use this opportunity to introduce the next topic that will come in 2 weeks. April 2018, I was invited to a book signing ceremony at the Hilton Hotel, Allen Avenue, Philadelphia, United States. This book was written and published by a young man who grew up in my hometown, Butu-Aniba County. This is the town. During my day as Brown Konya, I remember the Crown, the Mandingo, the Gio, the Mano, all the other tribes lived together like one family. This is a town that has made a whole lot of history in the past and present. This is a town that was the last stop for President Williams R. Tolbert Jr. prior to his death, which most people today regarded as unjust. The story will come in 2 weeks. But in the meantime, let me introduce the young author to you. He is Honorable Owen Johnson Tuazama, a young man I respect so much. Thank you. I want to take this time to thank Ms. Ashley Nicole and her crew for their incredible artistic contribution, most especially to the missing letter story. Good night.
I jumped in the plane and went to America. When I arrived at JFK Airport, my friend was there to receive me. I was expecting him to say, "Welcome to America." Instead, he said, "Welcome to join the system." It's a system, 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 country. If I knew, I would never leave my government. It is a system, 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 system. Everywhere, every state got a system. Yeah, we are, we are, we are, we are the system. My friend has 2 bus passes. From the terminal, we joined the bus. Nearly all the passengers were complaining about how a single man cut their paychecks. I was blind to the system. I didn't know that was due to the system.